Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. Listen, guys, there's not a lot going on, but I thought I'd just jump on just for a few tidbits about what's happening around Leeds concerning Junior Firpo. A couple more players have apologized, including Firpo, for what it's worth. And also just a couple of other things that have affected us that has happened in the last couple of days that you would never believe it. I certainly didn't see it coming, but it's happened. West Ham's success has affected Leeds United. Would you believe it or not? Uh, so yeah, before I continue, hit a like on the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and drop your comments after the video's done. Shouldn't be here too long today, people. Let's go. Vicky saying hi, KG, and everyone. Yeah, hello to everyone here. Mark is right. Not a lot happening on Planet Leeds at the moment, and that's another thing as well, because I get messages, of course, asking when is this going to happen? When's the takeover going to get completed? But I think we just got to wait for the weekend, right? We got to wait for the weekend once the EFL have done their thing, and then we can look forward to transfers coming in and going out, which is important too. It's got to be both ways, I've got to say. But yeah, and once that's done, then we can start moving. But yeah, it's very, very quiet in the land of Leeds United right now. Mark is not lying at all. Um, yeah, Captain Elwood. Oh no, our top scorer in the second half of the season. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Rebecca saying hi, KG. Great to catch you live. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's going to be a long day for me tomorrow. So if you know, you know. Philip is saying that hi KG and everyone, don't know about anyone else, but I just want the season to hurry up and start so we can start winning some matches. I don't know, Philip. You know what? I'm kind of enjoying the off season right now, in comparison to last season where I wanted to get going again so we could start our Premier League campaign. Hopefully, have a better one. Yeah, I'm good with it being June still. I'm good with it still being June. I'm good with it. The transfer window currently not being open. I'm kind of enjoying the less stresses of football going on right now. I can't lie. Obviously, the itch will come back soon, and you know when that will happen. Probably about in like a month's time, maybe in a couple of weeks. But right now, I'm enjoying the off time. I don't know how everyone else feels. Um, Katrina, are you reffing at Gladiators KG? Are you a contestant? I'm not a contestant. No spoilers, but no, I'm certainly not a contestant. Um, Yeah, I mean, Lewis is here saying can't rush to have the season start with the state of this squad. Yeah, and that's probably more of a point. Once I see some more activity with movement in and out, then maybe I'll get excited. But if you're asking me if am I excited to see this squad go into the championship? Nah, not one bit, not one bit. But yeah, listen, let's get into it. Let's get into it because this was maybe a couple days ago now. I was waiting for some more news to happen so I could collate and do it in one stream. But let's go with this anyway. Let me get the screen up. You know how we do. And evening to everyone, man. Morning, evening, night to everyone. Let's go. So yeah, Junior Firpo. We're talking about him. And yeah, it seems that he is on his way out. Fabrizio Romano tweeted a couple days ago now. I think it was either yesterday or a couple of days ago. Forgive me. Understand Junior Firpo will leave Leeds United this summer as several European clubs are already keen on signing him. The plan is to try a new experience after relegation. So yeah. Oh, and just before I see Andy Shaw there, shout out to Andy Shaw, who's a new member of the channel. Thank you, Andy. Memberships are in the description. And of course, forget my super thanks, Richard Lewis, Karen Curtin, and Carl Brown. Thank you for your donations on the last videos. Much, much appreciated. But yeah, Junior Firpo. I mean, this is, you know what? You see this, Paul Laney, good riddance. You'd think that this would be the general consensus, but I'm going to go on to his Instagram in a bit because he released an apology note today. Yeah. As well as Adam Forshaw. But I'm going to go down a few of the responses just to show you that not everyone thinks this way. It's crazy. It's crazy. Big Brother saying, hi, KG. If any player wants out, let them go. You can't keep unhappy players at the club. 100%. I always say this, Big Brother. You can't keep unhappy players. And listen, Junior Firpo, I know it sounds surprising with some people that some European clubs are after him. I know some people can't get over that fact, but it's true. Just because a player is bad for you and bad for your club doesn't mean they're going to be bad everywhere else. Or it doesn't mean another team isn't willing to take a chance on them. And Junior Firpo's always had suitors. Even when he was injury ravaged at some point last season, there was always whispers of teams back in Spain that would be willing to take him back on. But yeah, listen, for me, it's a good thing. He's one on the list that I would certainly say goodbye to. I definitely think we need two new left backs, and I mean two. I don't want to see one and someone else staying. I think that we need to see him gone and a few others, but the, it's always I see some other whispers around, not officially though, but whispers about Tyler Adams and other players like that, Cree Somerville. But obviously, once it gets to the big boys of transfer markets, for me anyway, that's when I'll talk about them. That's when I'll give my opinions on it. Captain Captain Elwood. Wish Coops and Ailing were unhappy. I know, and that's what. And you know what? And fair play to a few of you that leave it in the comments as well. You wish that some of these guys were going too, but you know as well as I do that some of these guys will be here. But it's not just because they want to stay; it's fans too. Fans want them to stay, and it's like no matter what's happened to us with 31 points in the Prem, some fans just want more pain. And I'm going to show you some more examples of that. Uh, Ninja Dan saying, knowing Leeds fans will be begging for Leaf Davis to return. I've had it. I've had it all the time. Um, I've had it with a few comments, Ninja Dan, that some people think that he's on loan. They don't actually know he's at Ipswich permanently. So they think that we're going to get Leaf Davis back. He's an Ipswich player. So if he's an Ipswich player, and you think that the first port of call should be to buy Leaf Davis back, then your talent ID needs some work. You know what I mean? Here he is, Ed. I haven't seen you in a while, Ed. Looking forward to Millwall again next season, KG. Shout out to you, Ed, man. I don't like you though. I'm kidding. Look, it is what it is, man. I've made peace with it. You know, I'm saying I said in the last video, I think I've made peace with it. I think so. I think the next time it will probably hit will be when the fixture list comes out, and that's when you'll go, "Poof," and you might get a sickly feeling in your stomach. But for now, I've made peace with it, man. It's a 1-year loan to the championship, and we'll be back. David Carter saying, nice bloke, but he's not Leeds. When you say he's not Leeds, David, please explain this to me. I want you to, if you're still here, David, let me know what you mean by he's not Leeds. What does that entail? Because I've seen some on the comment section for Adam Forshaw saying he knows what it is to be Leeds. He gets it. And if that's what it is to be Leeds, I don't want that. You know what I mean? I don't want that. If that's what it is to be Leeds, then we'll be going another direction and it ain't the Premier League. But yeah. Oh, Ed continues. Good to see you, mate. We'll do you a favor. We'll loan you Maguire for your defense. Improvement on Copper. Can't even spell Cooper right. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah, Gregory saying that it will hit when you see the championship logo on the shirt. Yeah, and the extra sponsors on the back of the shirt as well. That's when it will probably hit. But yeah, I'm in a good place right now, people. But yeah, there we are. Junior Firpo is set to leave. Fabrizio Romano. And when it's like I was talking to Phil when it was at the ground. When Fabrizio says something, it's because he's been fed the information. I've always said about when I was talking to Phil, I was telling him that there's players that actually want the here we go. You know, there's players that when they move or make a move to another club, they want the here we go tweets and posts and everything else like that. So Fabrizio gets this information, whether it's from the players or from the agents. So when that kind of comes out, you kind of know that the players putting the wheels in motion to get out of their current club. You know what I mean? Um, David Carr just continues, not what we expect. We have high expectations. I hope so, David. I hope you're in that camp that you want actual good football players and not just good lads, because we've got enough, you know, supposedly good lads, and look where it's got us. You know what I mean? We want some good football players again. You know, I miss having loads of players where you look at and you think, who is actually our best player? You know what I mean? I want to go back to those days. It's not going to be next season, of course, but hopefully once we're back in the Prem, our future owners will see the mistakes and not make them again. Because you know what, I want to switch on to something else as well. Here we are. West Ham United. Yeah, shout out to you, David. Got you, man. West Ham United, yeah, they won the Europa Conference League yesterday, and I don't know how anybody else feels, but man, I was just thinking, wow, how cool would that have been to see us do that, or even be involved in that kind of conversation? And you think after we finished ninth, and you should be building from there, but no, we stood still. We know what happened there, but imagine that if that was us. Did you see the scenes of the West Ham fans? I mean, barring them throwing the cups, which was absolutely idiotic, by the way. There's no condoning that. But the celebrations at the end for West Ham, that was magic. And I felt something for West Ham. I was like, man, that must feel amazing for those guys. And I'm just thinking, I'm just picturing it being Leeds United and thinking, wow, how cool would that be? But alas, we are nowhere near that right now. And funnily enough, as it says here by Dale Johnson at ESPN, West Ham's winning the Europa Conference League actually means we're going to enter the Carabao Cup, not in the second round next year, people, you know, but round one. When it rains, it pours, doesn't it? When it rains, it absolutely pours. Jacob here, we don't condone murder, but he's saying I'd kill a man for that cage. Honestly, just seeing Declan Rice there, it might be his last game, might not be, who knows? But the emotions, the joy that you get. And you know why it was so cool, people? It's because West Ham don't win anything. So you instead of when you see like Chelsea win or you know Man United or in previous years, it's like okay, cool, yeah, they've won it. These guys, but because it was West Ham and they don't win anything, and look where they've been in the league this season, people. That's what I'm saying. It's possible to have a mediocre league campaign but do well in cups. You know, Sheffield United did it this season. They got promoted and they got to FA Cup semi-final. You know, it is possible, but you've got to have the right recruitment, right manager. But yeah, oh, and listen, yeah, listen, Nige D, the square ball, and all the guys. I think Joe's a part of it as well. Shout out to the guys currently doing the Gary Speak Ward for mental health. 100%. Very, very important. Very important. I'm glad they're still doing that. And yeah, shout out to all of those guys involved in that. 100%. If you can go to Square Ball and donate anything, please do so. Yeah, I mean, below, yeah, according to Rad's 3-year blueprint, we were supposed to be in Europe by now. Yeah, it's insane, and but that's all words, and it's words mean nothing. It's all about actions, and the actions didn't equate to the words. And Gregory is asking, is that Moyes' first cup? It is. It's his first trophy. Actually, I think he said he won. Did he win a Community Shield with Man United? If whichever way, this is his first like major honor, and it's a European one. I know the Europa Conference League is very new, but that's going to be an established trophy from here to whenever it finishes. So it's good that they're the second people to hold it, aren't they? Or third, is it? But regardless, they've held the competition early. They've got European football again next season in Europa League. Hey, magic, isn't it? Absolutely magic. And shout out to them. And what I found funny, and I had flashbacks. I'm not gonna lie to you, when Ben Ramos took that penalty with the composure and the poise and the oomph he hit that penalty with, I just had flashbacks of all the people from Leeds, you know, including Bielsa, that didn't like him because he's too flashy, you know. Yeah, he's all about him. Sen, he's got birthday video for him. Sen, him sit side before Sen. Just had flashbacks of it, man. Didn't want Ben Rama because he had a video on his own Instagram. And I'm sure 3 years later, you guys have seen that on Instagram, players promote themselves all the time. Doesn't matter who they are. Could be Harry Kane, could be anyone else. You know what I mean? But yeah, Ben Rama's doing that. Yeah. Yeah, Scott Howells, we're a long way from doing this. Yeah, I know it's sad, isn't it? Absolutely sad. Yeah, David, I like that too. That was a nice touch. Moy sticking his medal around his dad's neck. Yeah, his dad's like 80, 87. Yeah, lovely. That's what I'm saying, man. There's so many good feels and stories for that. But yeah, hey, listen, hey, I know I never said I was from Yorkshire. It was horrendous. What can I do? What can I do? I'm not very good at accents. What can I say? But yeah, but listen, West Ham's success means that we go into round one of the Europa Conference League. Now, let me just go on to the apologies now. I'm only going to be very brief with these. Yeah, Captain Elwood, 100%. Jack. I tried, though, innit? I tried. Captain Elwood saying, don't care about get leads. I want winners in this club, 100%. And listen, Firpo here took me a while. I mean, I don't know if this is Firpo himself or his management, but it kind of sounds more management to me. I'm not reading all of this, but he's just saying sorry that we couldn't achieve the objective. Thank you, blah, blah. Yeah, it's very generic, very generic. But this is what I'm talking about when it comes to fans wanting pain. Please stay at Leeds. I mean, Harley here, he didn't hold back though. Yeah, arguably one of the worst defenders I've ever seen in my life. Lord have mercy. Um, Great season, brother. I mean, I don't know if that's a real person or AI. Please don't leave the club. This is what I'm saying. Look, I'm not going to go through go through them all. I'm not going to go through them all, but this is what I'm saying. And for me, I always say to you, don't I? You can support the club however you want, cool. But I bet you some of those names that are saying stay, if we somehow keep these players, let's just say we keep these players and we struggle in the championship next season, they'd be the first ones moaning, saying, "How comes we haven't been promoted?" It's like everyone wants their cake and eat it. You know what I mean? Um, Sean Williams here saying, I want to go back to the old days of nasty, aggressive players who scare the opposition. We are so far from that, Sean. Football is just, it's not like that anymore. You see, they get a little tap and they're rolling around all over the place. Back in the day, you used to get 2-footed and people would get straight back up. It's a completely different game now. Absolutely different. John H saying Instagram is always nicer than Twitter. Yeah, 100% it's always nicer. But I was just say if you don't mean it, I mean, if you mean it, then yeah, of course you're free to write what you're writing, but you don't need to look like the biggest fan by putting please stay. I mean, you're not helping anyone there, really. Director saying here, I'd be happy with players who can pass the ball. It would be lovely, wouldn't it? Direct. Absolutely lovely. Jackie asking, do you think we'll be sorted with the owner manager before the window opens? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would say so. I would definitely say so. I think it's just a case of the EFL just you know getting everything signed off, and then we can go again. Luckily for us, the transfer window doesn't open for what, another 5 days, I think, 4 or 5 days. But yeah, I think that we'll start to see some movement next week because it's been very, very quiet this week, hasn't it? Been very quiet. Um, Ben earlier said the foreshore Instagram post comment section is grim. Can't believe people still want these types of player around. Well, perfect segue here. Let's go over to Adam Forshore's post. And again, not going to read this all out, but I think it's maybe him, maybe PR. I would say probably more PR, but to the fans, you paid your hard-earned money to come and watch, and it wasn't good enough from our part. But I would like to also thank you for your incredible support, home and away, as always. Actually, that could be him because that's what he always used to say after we got beat 6 and 7s. So yeah, let me just. Oh God, let me just go back on here. Hold on a second. I've got to show you some of the comments. Let me just get back in there. While I'm doing that, please hit a like on the video if you haven't already. Much appreciated. Here we are. Okay, here we go. Captain Elwood, fans pay hard-earned money for him to be on the physio table. Yeah. Yeah, crazy, crazy. But listen, you think that's bad, but there'll be people that want him to stay. Let me just show you a few. Like I said, I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. I'm just trying to give you a state of how it is with some fans. Proud of you. Or I mean, obviously Yasmin Forshore. I'm assuming that's a family member. You're a top player. I mean, where top player? I mean, from the games I watch, you were quality. We a Leeds family. I mean, I'll leave that one alone because I think those. Yeah, I'm not going to say too much. 100% effort. You always give. Can't ask for much more. Yeah, you can. You can ask for much more. Yeah, you can ask for much more. And this is why I always say I'm up against so much when I talk about Leeds United. I'm up against so much because the bare minimum is what people want. They're happy with the bare minimum. I Toves, you know what I'm up against. You know what I'm up against with some of your fans that want some of your mediocre players, but this is on a worse level. Yeah, I mean, Bill, these fools just want the players to like their comments. Well, I won't call them fools, but I don't know what they're watching. I don't know what they're watching. I don't know how they rate football. But to say he's a top professional, I'll give him that. But a top player? Nah. And Gregory, I hear you, man. Hate these player statements. Yeah. Because I mean, somebody messaged me the other day saying, where's Patrick Bamford's? I'm saying, whether Patrick Bamford puts one out or not, who cares? Like, who really cares at this point now? We're past a week or so couple weeks from being relegated. We need to look to the future now. We need to look for the players who want to help us get back up. There's no point waiting on Patrick Bamford's statement. I honestly don't care. I just try and flag it up, but it was more the comments involved in both Firpo and Forshaw that just made me go, "Oh God!" It's sickening to me. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's sickening. The Germinator though is saying, "I'm behind you on him not being good enough, but words of encouragement on a social media post are a bit different to sharing your analysis of a player's ability." Yeah, no, Germinate, you've got the first bit right, 100%. Give him words of encouragement. Tell him how good he did to get back from a bad hip injury. But to say he's a top player and that he should stay, now that's different though, isn't it? You add in too much. You got the burger, but you add in on too much sauce. You know, you don't have to go overboard. But I think some fans feel like they need to do that to be like a number one fan or something. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, we just need to up the standards, and it's too late in the Premier League to do it. But if you want to get from the Championship, we need to do better, 100%. Let me see. Is there anything else that I need to share? Oh, yeah. This is the last bit of the day. I'm not going to be too long. Like I said, we're going to whiz through this. But this is the one for me. It's gone past words now. Yeah, I'm not interested. I don't unless there's a future statement with something a bit meaty in it, like somebody saying they're going to leave or something like that. I'm not going to keep flagging them up because they're kind of just becoming a bit generic, aren't they? Lewis is saying that's just lying at that point. You can encourage without lying. Forshaw is not giving you free tickets. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, here's the last story of the day, people, and then we'll head off. And this was from Sam Allardyce on the Tippy Tap podcast. And I made sure I listened to this bit just to make sure it was true. Naughty. Jordan just saying, you can definitely ask for more. Look at the frame behind you. That's the limit of talent we should have been striving for if we were truly being serious about pushing for Europe. And he's on about the Rafinha shirt behind me. 100% Jordan, with you always. With that always. But yeah, Sam Allardyce, yeah. Just about staying on at Leeds United. And for me, no, Sam, please, no. But let me read it out though. I have a friendship with Angus Kinnear, and I would be open to staying on at Leeds in a non-managerial role. Leeds don't have a director of football at the moment, but we'll see. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, the only thing that makes me worried about this is because he is friends with Angus Kinnear, and they've been talking for ages, haven't they? We heard before Javi Gracia that he was talking to Angus and he was going to go there, but apparently it was Victor Orta that said no, because he even retweeted it on the Tippy Tap timeline as well, which probably means it's true, right? But my lord, I've seen Sam Allardyce's signings that he would like to do. We're never getting out of the league if we sign in the players he wants. Big Sam, just take your 500 grand, mate. Enjoy it, and don't look back at Leeds United, please. I don't want Big Sam anywhere near the transfers of Leeds United. But you know what? That's just my opinion. Let me hear what you've got to say. Sam Lee's lead saying Sam, director of football, all my days. That's a nightmare just right there. Okay. Germinator saying the guy's a walking museum of mediocrity. Hell no. Lord. Jesus. Okay, sorry, yeah. Nicholas saying if Cine could stay healthy, Rafinha would be a memory. But yeah, Big Sam for me. Oi. Lewis saying Big Sam can play centre half. Just no. But yeah, David, I know what you're saying. There seems to be a bit of meat on this bone. For God's sake, please don't let it materialize. I just feel like him saying it on his podcast means that him and Angus may have had some kind of talks, but you'd kind of hope, though, with 49ers taking full control, unless they've agreed with Angus or say Angus will trust you on whatever you decide, then hopefully that this isn't ever going to be a thing. Because for me, I wouldn't feel comfortable with this. Not one bit. Not one bit, man. Yeah, I know, Nige. I know. I got you. I got you. Is anyone, because I haven't seen anyone say yes, and I'm always willing to flag up people that do think it would be a good idea. If you think it's a good idea, let me know, or let me know in the comments if you don't want to do it on the live now. Andy Shaw, though, saying we just need the takeover to happen and the 49ers to start making statements. Yeah, yeah. I believe they will. 100%, I believe they will. And I don't think they'd been. I don't want to say dumb enough, but I don't think that they would have Sam Allardyce as a director of football. I just don't see it happening. I think this is more Big Sam hoping that he gets a nice cushy job at Leeds United, decent money, and he can play around with transfers rather than be on the management side. And he saw what a hard job it was. You know, he's not exactly made that a secret, has he? He's made it very clear that Leeds United need a massive turnaround in players. That I do agree with him, but I've seen some of the players that he likes. Nah, not for me. Sam saying, Bowyer trying to get involved too. Don't blame them for trying. Maybe they know the board are clueless. Yeah, Bowyer, I mean, I've seen him on Talk Sport. I've seen it in articles. But in fairness to Lee Bowyer, though, he's always being asked about it. So he can only talk about it when he's asked about it. Um, I mean, Lewis here trying to play a little devil's advocate. I like it. He did point out where we were weak, but that's not very hard to do. Anyone could see that, though, Lewis. Stevie Wonder saw it. So, yeah. Nidar saying Sam as board member would be the blind leading the blind. I just don't think it would be a good idea. And yeah, Mr. Sripper saying Sam would sign another 10 defenders. I mean, we definitely need defenders, but nah, not for me. Sam, no thank you. No thank you. Just stay away, buddy. Please take the 500,000, enjoy, and we need to start afresh. We need to start afresh, man. Andy saying that smell of desperation of the club, we won't be like that for long. It is still, you know what? I don't think it's actually sunk in for me that towards the end of our Premier League tenure, Premier League in 2023, that we had Sam Allardyce as manager. And even I thought that it would give us a jolt to help keep us up. It hasn't sunk in yet. I'm gonna have to take that in 5 years when I see it on Premier League years or something. Go, oh my god, that actually happened. But yeah, Minerals here, who's not a Leeds fan. Sam was elite in the championship. When was that, Minerals? How long ago was that? Oh Lord. Yeah, I mean, Peacock Rhino, this is perfectly summed up because Sam wasn't always behind that 8 ball. He wasn't. He was in front of it, in fact. But the Peacock Rhino here saying Prime Big Sam managed to get Ivan Campo, Jorge Avocaccia to Bolton. Problem was it was 20 years ago, way too long ago. And he's not the same man anymore. He likes to think he is, but yeah. Um oh man. Skip here is saying, what team are you looking forward to us playing this summer? Do you mean a friendly? I, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want the Man United one to go ahead. I think we could do without the embarrassment, really and truly. Yeah, and perfectly here. Yeah, Andy saying I like watching that Bolton team. To be fair, but yeah, times have changed. They've definitely changed. Football's changed. The talents change. What players do now these days have changed. It's just not the same game, and we need to be progressive, man. We need to look forward. But yeah. Oh, okay. Skip meant this season. Okay. What game are we looking forward to this season? Uh, mm, oh man. The thing is, if I say any teams now, if any of them tune in, they'll think that I'm looking forward to playing these teams. So, but I think it's hard to look past the Yorkshire teams, Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham, Hull City. I guess it's hard to look past those kind of teams. Millwall, I guess. Yeah, I wish we weren't playing these teams. Uh, yeah, Sunderland. Yeah, Sunderland should be a good one. That should be a good one as well. Huddersfield. Yeah, I'm not going to put that up though, Andy, but I get you. Plymouth away. I mean, yeah, yeah. All right, man. You didn't have to do this to me. Okay, look, we come back. We come back. But listen, people, that is it. I just thought I'd do a quick update, see how everyone's doing, because I know it's been very quiet over the last few days. I hope you've enjoyed the stream anyway. I hope you've enjoyed the half an hour I've put together. And listen, we'll see you in the next video. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. Like I say, I'm going to be out all day tomorrow. So maybe if we've got any news confirmations by Saturday, Sunday, I will for sure be back on. So please hit a bell on the notifications. And listen, if you don't get the notifications, by the way, because I know some people don't get them all the time, just turn them off and then turn them back on again. That usually works. I know it sounds so simple, but it does work. And everyone else I've told to do it, it's worked for them. So yeah, hit the notification bell, drop your comments below on anything discussed today. And I hope everyone's doing well, man. I hope the lack of football isn't hurting anyone. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.